Reddit by Planet Reddit. What's the biggest scam people still fall for? The old pyramid scheme still works despite being old and every tray of it being widely known. Sometimes you can't beat a classic. As long as there are stupid people to take advantage of stupid people to take advantage of stupid people and so on and so forth. Thus adding to the great chain of life. It's the circle of life and it screws us all. Pretty sure life is shaped like a D because it ucks everyone. These Facebook posts imitating real companies saying you'd win whatever they're offering, despite the page being created hours ago and the only post being said giveaway. The comments are always tragic to read. Yes, I constantly see people sharing a pic of a brand new vehicle with caption, "So and so from city and state was under 18 and couldn't claim our prize. We want to give this away for free to whoever shares and comments on this post." And the page is just the make and model of the vehicle and the album of photos is just the same vehicle. No city or state or dealership mentioned and there's hardly any followers. I can't understand the point or why people think it's real. By making the page poorly it helps quality people that are more likely to fall for a scam. For some reason the really popular ones I see are free RV or free tiny home. When my friends repost the posts I have to hold my tongue lol. I have several clients that fell for the scam where when you do a password reset on a bank website and they text you a code to complete the password reset and the scammer calls you for the code. If you receive a code via text, never tell it to someone else. And worse, a text's from Google Voice to take over your phone number. I've worked on payroll systems for over 30 years so I've seen a lot of scams. But this one is one of the worst. My roommate fell for that, and she could never contact anyone at Google to get her phone back. She had that phone since 1993 just after graduated from college so she was understandably upset. I just googled Google Voice scam and one of the results had the procedure to get your number back. Do you have a moment to talk about your car's factory warranty? Just bought a new 4Runner. Immediately, started getting calls on my cell phone. Those uckers spoof local s tricking me into answering all the time bastards. I got a call from my own number a while back. That was interesting. It's me. From the future. I might need you to wire me some money ASAP. Our kneecaps are counting on you /us. Not gonna lie, I attended one of those pyramid scheme meetings at my friend's insistence and man it was filled with low income people and the whole thing was clearly targeted at them. Felt really bad seeing how they were being sold dreams of earning a lot of money and stuff. Such a scam. My first ever job interview turned out to be an MLM. I was pissed. I had this experience too. Worst yet, the interview had over 30 people turn up, and anyone who wasn't literally drunk or high at the time got offered a follow-up interview. That was actually just MLM sales pitch. They phoned me at 7 AM that morning angry I wasn't there. This happened to me only it was disguised as a legit job. UQ Northwestern Mutual. Thought I had a shot as a finance intern. Left with a packet and instructions to sell shitty retirement products to my family. Chucked the entire thing at a gas station on the way home. Found out they pulled the same shit on 50 kids from my school and still had the finance intern posting up weeks after interviewing 50 plus candidates. Mobile games which are designed to be bad so they can frustrate you enough to buy their currency. Failing that, the game will feature spam clicking until you run out of energy, which will spawn a buy more energy pop-up, hoping you will buy lots of it by accident. This comment brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. They managed to hit that level of media saturation where I won't try it out of spite. Like thanks for sponsoring all of the YouTubers but I'm tired of it. Like Skillshare I heard it so much that I decided to not try it at all. Those Microsoft scam calls. It works so well that they have offices LMAO. My dad played along with one. Had him on the line before saying oh I have a small problem. I don't even have a computer. I love doing that. Some of the IRS scam calls are fun. Because you can sometimes get them to give you a street address if you talk long enough. If you pull up the IRS site, they have a form you can fill in with as much detail about the scam as you can manage to squeeze out of them. Always fun to finish the call telling them that impersonating the IRS is a federal crime. It's too bad the Cyber Crimes Division in Delhi is probably backlogged on these guys for centuries because of how many there are. Those phone calls that claim your social security number is suspended due to criminal activity. My own mom fell for this, unfortunately. Sorry to hear she fell for it. My adult kid asked me what they needed to do to get their SS unsuspended. I was glad they asked me first. Me. Well, I think you need to check with the federal government birth date oversight office about that. If your social security number was suspended, they will need to issue you a new birth date. Once that is completed, then your social security number can be released. Adult child. So can I still use my number while it is suspended, or is that illegal? Me. Well, if you use it while it's suspended, the birth date oversight office may need to hand in you new parents. But that is a fairly easy process at this point. It's just an electronic form. Adult child. Okay, so can you help me call her? Wait, what? Oh geez. Okay, so is the suspension real or not? Facepalm. Okay, so I'm guessing you will be filing the request for new parents for me? Me. Yep. Seems I've failed you. LOL, at least you had a funny exchange with your kid on this. My mom on the other hand fell for the scam hook, line, and sinker despite the multiple red flags in the entire phone call. For example, SSN being suspended, being told she was going to be arrested, told to withdraw money and buy government approved gift cards, and giving the caller the codes and pins on said gift cards. My parents lost money from this scam but gradually recovered. Nigerian prince emails. I can't believe people still fall for them, but apparently it's a multi-million-dollar industry. When the son of the deposed king of Nigeria emails you directly, asking for help, you help. His father ran the freaking country. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Oscar. We will get rich quick. I need to make a call. Weight loss pills and weight loss tea. And in this vein, detoxifying teas, shakes, etc. that claim to clear years of sludge and fecal buildup out of your intestines, which will boost weight loss. If you had fecal matter building up in your GI tract, you'd know about it and your pants size would be the least of your concerns. While they are crap for what they are targeting, some of those teas really are great. Gentle laxatives. I say this as a former cancer patient that really made good use of them from time to time. Modern medical science saved my life, but the laxative tea made my life easier during said treatment. The prescription laxative I was given wasn't that great. I liked the tea better. And yes, I discussed it with my doctor and was given the okay before I tried it. Well, if the tea gives you the trots, it might help temporarily. You'll get a job at X organization if you pay X amount. It's always a scam. You never have to pay someone to work for them. Edit. Since I work in IT sector, I was talking about that. This happens especially more to fresh out of college folks looking for a job. You have to pay Mr. Krabs. Strippers have to pay the house to dance there. Or at least the ones I danced at that an old friend worked at did. Online charlatans that will share their secrets if you buy their course. Alright, here's my secret to getting rich. Step 1. Get people to think you have a secret to getting rich. Step 2. Make them pay you for the secret. There is no step 3. Here in my garage. Multi-level marketing. doTERRA, Herbalife, all that shit. Stay away. Is there a site or video that explains why these things are scams? I have a friend that's really into them no matter what I tell her. Look up John Oliver multi-level marketing on YouTube. Hey babe. Red heart, I've just come into some really great opportunities with this amazing team of women. And since that opportunity is still available, of course I thought of you. They're looking for hard-working ladies who want to empower each other by starting their own businesses. I know that sounds scary, but just wait until you see the paycheck at the end of it. You can be your own boss and take control of your fin and LOL, just kidding, could you imagine? Red heart card suit. I've been getting so many of these recently. The number of images alone give me zero confidence in whatever they are pushing. Having to share at least your email address plus permission to mail with any company that you want to purchase a product from or interact with, just so they can spam your inbox with garbage marketing campaigns. Sure, you can unsub, use a non-primary email address, etc. But I still hate it. May be biased because I work for one of the world's largest big data marketing agencies. I added a fake email address to DoorDash because they were adamant that they didn't sell people's emails address. Guess who got junk mail addressed to the fake name? I think you can report that. One of my co-workers at my previous job hosted his own email and made a new email address for everything he signed up for. Made it pretty easy to tell which companies sold his email address. Expensive coffins, diamond rings, bottled water, timeshare promos. Yeah, what the frack is up with coffins? Hell, the whole funeral thing is expensive and you're guilted into it. BC, it was a loved one and you want to honor them, right? I remember when my BFS uncle died and the family went down to the funeral parlor and his grandmother, mother of the deceased, was just bawling as the officiant went through their options and packages. The grandmother just kept saying over and over in tears, "I don't want you to think we didn't love him or anything, we just don't got a whole lot of money." It made me really bitter toward the whole thing. Yeet my behind in a hole and then plant a tree on top. I'll be satisfied. At first I saw my behind as a hole and now have a terrible image of a tree planted in your bunghole. Buying a timeshare. My friend let me use his timeshare, but I had to attend a meeting to sell me one, but I would receive a free gift for the 1.5-hour meeting. I had to meet someone first before the bigger meeting. They asked how much I make. I said $20K a year. They said that's not even enough for the free gift. You don't have to attend. You don't have to attend. The real gift. Had the same thing happen to my aunt and I in Hawaii. You got a bunch of discounts on activities if you went to the sales pitch, but you were allowed to do the activities first. We showed up for the sales pitch and they immediately realized an 18-year-old and a 40-year-old weren't looking to buy our timeshare and let us go. My aunt was pissed because they said there would be free breakfast at the meeting. Still got the discounts though. And enlargement pills. And anything from poor animals on the edge of extinction that proclaim longer staying power and arousal, like rhino horn. Please don't buy this product, for curiosity or ingest. If they worked, men would figure out exactly how many pills you could take before dying and take one less. Taking photos with the characters in Times Square, NYC. Honestly, rule of thumb for NY is if anyone tries to talk to you, they are trying to get money from you. Woman shrugging. PFFT. Generally in any large city, anyone approaching you unbidden is trying to get money from you. I got robbed by those uckers. My mom and I took a few pics with them and instantly they held out their hands for a tip, and even characters we didn't take a picture with started demanding money and harassed us. Total rookie scam. We can't afford raises this year. Company that turns around and pays dividends to shareholders. And bonuses, massive ones to the executives. Drop raises from 5% to 3%, but then immediately renovate an entire area of the office and replace the notice boards around the building with fancy 60-inch TVs. I'm totally not salty. If you tell me the truth, I won't get mad, Mum, Dad. We tell our kids, if you lie, you'll be in more trouble than if you had told the truth. Whenever my mom says that, in my head I'm thinking, so you wouldn't be mad if I insert disgusting thing here. Televangelists. One of my favorite Last Week Tonight with John Oliver episodes is the televangelist one. It's shocking how these people can still make stupid bank with all our easy access to information or various other forms of spirituality available with the internet. Jim Ackenbacker, my nephew, who is around 22 or 23 now, is a youth minister. When he first started doing minister training or whatever it's called, he went to a camp that Jim Bakker and his son owned and trained there for like a year. He's so young that he probably hadn't even heard of what the Bakkers are most famous for, being con artist pieces of shit, and I never talked about them around him because he was an adult choosing his own path. But man, did I hate it. To this day he's still good friends with Jim's son. I heard there's some folks in Utah who don't care what a con artist has to say as long as it's fun enough. I sometimes think about what happened to all that LuLaRoe. I see it at Goodwill all the time now, lol. Go to YouTube and search for LuLaRoe documentary. A bunch of videos on it. Suckers are stuck with thousands of dollars of merchandise that are worth nothing now. Even LuLaRoe's storage locations are now abandoned and there are a bunch of LuLaRoe clothes in boxes untouched, but it's dirty and wet and degenerating because it was left outside in the rain and dirt. Seconded. I watched my mom fall for the same guy over and over again. The debts were rising and the same part broke, and when we second checked by another repair place they said nothing was made or the wrong was built in. She just switched after a new car, but it was horror to get her so far. Listen to this user, please. I'll pay in gift cards. Is that okay? Join our community Discord, link in description. Scientology. Online reviews. A huge percentage of them are written by the seller, if good, or by a competitor, if not. Just look at the dates. If they're fake, they'll be in batches where they put out a ton on one day. I've been seeing a lot of reviews lately that say something like, this product is awful. I prefer this product from company X instead. Those have to be written by a competitor. If you liked a product from one company so much, why would you try another brand? Nice try. OP. Give us your credit card info and we'll tell you. Don't forget those 3 wacky digits on the back. Privatizing profits while socializing costs. Example. Multi-billion-dollar companies that pay so little their employees are in food stamps. The sauna slim belt was a thing in my country for almost a decade. People never lost an inch of fat, only got marks from the heat which the belt produced. Pure scam. Go to college. Get good grades and you'll get a good job. Faith healing. Where people are suddenly cured from cancer, blindness, and can walk again through the power of God. Essential oils. I love essential oils, but I don't ever tell anyone that because of the oil makers and pyramid scheme Karens who market it as miracle cures for everything instead of what they should have, which is, hey, this shit makes your house smell good. Bingo. I don't know that essential oils have direct health benefits, and the few that do are hyper specialized, but I love them in my humidifier diffuser because they add a lovely subtle scent to my room. Free Robux scams. Give me $50 and he'll tell ya. Sweet, I'll fax it over. Diamond rings. You waste thousands of dollars just for the ring. And if you don't, the idea is that you don't think she's worth anything. Annoys me so much. This is coming from a 22-year-old female. Raid. Shadow Legends. Hot MILFs near you. I fell for it my first time on the hub. Herbalife. Going to a 4-year college without a solid plan for future employment. Car washes. Hear me out. I have never had a pleasant experience at a car wash unless it was one of those do-it-yourself kind. I work a pretty dirty job, so every so often I need my car to be detailed and I just don't feel like doing it myself as it needs to be really cleaned. Always go and ask for a basic $20-30 detail. I'm more worried about the inside than the outside. I always get attitude from workers, and yes, I have been to many car washes. All the same, they always want to upsell me on this and that, and when I say no they just huff at me. Then it's never done well. $30 and there is still dog hair all over my trunk. I have actually been scammed at a car wash twice. 2 different ones. I really dislike car washes. The good old. Get 1 meal free after purchasing a meal for the price of 2. It's actually used where I live and I'm like, people, how dumb are you? SMH. Door magazine sales. No, that kid is not getting sent on a camping trip if you will just buy subscriptions to Boys Life and Wine Aficionado. Most of the time they are a traveling troupe that goes city to city, pulling the same scam each time. Honestly, just door-to-door sales in general are usually a scam. Don't trust the guy trying to sell you a new roof, or a driveway resurface, or a spanking new Hoover vacuum at your front door. Need a new roof or driveway? Call your insurance company and get a list of reputable companies. Even if you aren't filing an insurance claim, they will happily give you the name of several companies that can be trusted. Buying McAfee. When you grow up, you can do what you want. I'm sorry, baby, I won't do it again. Maybe not the biggest scam, but I'm going to pay you for insert item here that cost $700 with this check for $1,000 that my company gave me, which I'm endorsing over to you. In turn, you give me $300 cash and the item, and the check should clear in a day or 2. Nice doing business with you, stranger from the internet. Unions are bad. College. Source. Went to college. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.